In the early 1980s, the video game industry was thriving with bustling arcades and home consoles revolutionizing entertainment. However, market saturation, poor quality control, and catastrophic business decisions led to a crash in 1983, causing revenues to plummet and companies to go bankrupt. Yet this is not just a story of failure, it's a tale of resilience and rebirth. From the crash emerged a new era of gaming, led by an unlikely hero. Join us as we explore the great video game crash of 1983, its causes, consequences, and the remarkable comeback that reshaped gaming. How did it go wrong, and how did the industry recover? Stay tuned to find out. Chapter 1. A universe of pixels, the rise of home video games. Imagine a time before the internet and smartphones. Entertainment was something you had to seek out in physical spaces. A new form of entertainment was emerging, captivating millions: video games. These games were not just a pastime, they were a revolution in how people interacted with technology and each other. The late 70s and early 80s saw the rise of home video game consoles. These devices transformed living rooms into virtual playgrounds where families and friends could gather and compete. Arcades, filled with the sounds of beeps and button mashing, became social hubs. They were places where people of all ages could come together and challenge each other in friendly competition. Companies like Atari brought the arcade experience into our living rooms. Atari's consoles were groundbreaking, offering a new way to experience video games without leaving home. Games like Pac-Man and Space Invaders became cultural phenomena. These games were more than just entertainment. They were symbols of a new era of digital interaction. A new universe of pixels was forming, promising endless entertainment and innovation. This universe was expanding rapidly, drawing more and more people into its orbit. But like any expanding universe, there was a point where gravity takes over. The rapid growth of the video game industry was not without its challenges. The market was becoming saturated and the quality of games was starting to decline. Growth like this couldn't last forever. The industry was heading towards a tipping point. The laws of economics, like the laws of physics, dictate that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The stage was set for a dramatic collapse known as the video game crash of 1983. This crash would reshape the industry, leading to new innovations and a more sustainable path forward. Chapter 2. The Crash of 1983. 1983, the year a black hole opened up in the video game industry. What was once a multi-billion-dollar industry imploded. Revenues plummeted from over $3 billion in 1983 to just over $100 million in 1985. A staggering decline. The once thriving market lay in ruins. Companies went bankrupt. Unsold games were buried in landfills. The dream was over, or so it seemed. The crash had many causes, a perfect storm of economic and industry-specific factors. One key ingredient was market saturation. Too many consoles, too many games, and not enough quality. Chapter 3. Atari's stumble, a giant falls to earth. Atari, once the undisputed king of the video game industry, played a significant role in the crash. The company, riding high on its early success, made a series of missteps. One of the most infamous was the release of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Expectations were astronomical. The movie was a blockbuster. Surely the game would be a hit. It wasn't. The game, rushed to market, was poorly designed and riddled with bugs. It became a symbol of the industry's decline. Millions of unsold cartridges were reportedly buried in a New Mexico landfill. Atari, once a shining star, had become a cautionary tale. Chapter 4. The Quality Crisis. The quality crisis extended beyond Atari. The industry as a whole was producing games at a breakneck pace, with little regard for quality control. Games were released with bugs, glitches, and poor design. Consumers, burned by bad experiences, began to lose trust in the industry. The lack of quality control was unsustainable. It was like launching rockets into space without checking the engines. Sooner or later, they were all going to come crashing down. Chapter 5. A loss of faith from retailers. Once eager to stock video games, retailers understandably became rather wary. Shelves were overflowing with unsold inventory and profits dwindled. The once lucrative video game market had become a liability. Retailers began to reduce their video game stock. demanding better terms from publishers. Some refused to carry video games altogether. The relationship between the video game industry and retailers, once symbiotic, had become strained. Chapter 6. Nintendo's Guiding Star, A New Hope. In 1985, amidst the wreckage of the video game crash, a Japanese company named Nintendo entered the North American market. Nintendo had a plan. They learned from the mistakes of Atari and others. They focused on quality over quantity. They implemented strict licensing agreements with developers to control the number and quality of games released for their console, the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. Nintendo's strategy was a success. The NES, with its iconic games like Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Metroid, revived the video game industry and are still beloved franchises in 2024. Nintendo had ushered in a new era of gaming. Chapter 7. Long-term effects and lessons learned. The video game crash of 1983 was a defining moment in the history of the industry. It exposed the dangers of market saturation, poor quality control, and a lack of consumer trust. The crash led to a fundamental shift in the way video games were developed, marketed, and perceived. The crash also paved the way for the rise of Japanese companies like Nintendo and Sega, who would dominate the industry for years to come with their various home consoles and iconic characters. The lessons learned from the crash continue to shape the video game industry today. Chapter 8. Echoes of the Crash and a Legacy for the Future. The video game crash of 1983 serves as a stark reminder that even the most promising and rapidly growing industries can falter unexpectedly. This event highlights the critical importance of continuous innovation, stringent quality control, and maintaining consumer trust. Without these elements, even the most beloved products can fail. The crash also reminds us that even in the face of significant adversity, the human desire for entertainment and escapism can never be extinguished. People will always seek out ways to immerse themselves in different worlds and experiences. Just as astronomers studied distant supernovas to understand the life cycle of stars, we can study the video game crash to gain insights into the evolution of an entire industry. It provides valuable lessons on the importance of adaptability and resilience. The crash was not the end of the video game industry, it became a pivotal turning point. It was a new beginning, a chance to rebuild, innovate, and create something even better than before. Developers and publishers learned from past mistakes and emerged stronger and wiser. And that is the enduring legacy of the video game crash of 1983. It serves as a testament to the resilience and creativity of the industry, showing that from the ashes of failure, a brighter and innovative future can emerge. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell for channel updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.